Grand Rising gods and goddesses, we back with another fuck around, find out Tuesday. With the ones you love to hate and hate the motherfucking love here when the Think High motherfucking crew. It's been a crazy motherfucking week last week and we got mindful as fuck yesterday and today we gonna fuck around and find out some shit that we was being mindful about. So tune in, strap up, don't strap on. Let me quit. But we're back in the number one place for Americanized propaganda and real fearless entertainment. Nobe's in the building, JMC's in the building, Soaptobe's in the building, Black Flags, ENTs, NFTs are in the building. Please get it warmed up. Share the space if you are here with us live. If you're not, fuck it. Share it still after it comes on whatever platform you like to listen to this bitch on. But we back, bitch. Fuck around, find out, ho. Let's go. That was my day. It's the Think High crew, yeah. Yo, it's the Think High crew, what up? Yeah. It's the Think High crew, you know. It's the Think High crew, what up? It's the Think High crew, yeah.
Welcome to my hood. Where ain't nothing normal. You can take a walk in my hood. Where everything paranormal. Everything paranormal. If you scared of dying, we got something for you. Open up the door, you can be immortal. If you really tryna ride, step into the
buckle up, I'ma show you where it's at. We gon' burn a couple blunts, we gon' pop a couple caps. I ain't talking about 4-5 from the strap. Psilocybin driving, so we headed off the map. What you know about? Taste the color, see your sound with a crystalline.
Yo, my bad. It's 120 degrees, so you know you gotta move slower.
I feel you, bro. I was just dreading. I was looking at my yard, like I need to cut my grass. I got more weeds to pull, and I'm not trying to do that shit. It's hot as fuck out here in Ohio too, bro.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's fucking hot as shit, man. And it's, you know, we got that humid shit in there. I've been sneezing all day. I know my allergies bad. It's probably not a good idea, but you know, we probably gonna tough it out and get out here and get the job done.
Yeah.
Oh man. Unlike other shit. But we ain't gonna
Man, it's so hot. I've been sleeping with this. I went and
What
bought
up,
this.
Samson?
I went and bought this dumbass fan that you put these little, so you can put water inside of it, and then you put ice or ice
Yeah,
packs in there, and it cools it.
yeah,
So I've been trying to save some money on the AC bill,
right.
but then I fucked around and found out that if you sleep with a goddamn, I mean, maybe some people don't, but me, when you sleep with a fan blowing on you like constant, your
Yeah,
body tells itself that it's drying out.
right.
And so then your body starts producing mucus.
Yeah.
And then you start getting fucking sinus headaches and shit because your body is like,
Oh, trust me, I know, man.
you know what I mean? Your body like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is going on here? I got a fan blowing on me 24/7.
my cousin was that way, bro. And when I used to stay over his house in the summertime, I used to be like fucked up when I woke up. Like, God damn, bro, how do you do
Yeah.
that shit?
It's
And
every day too.
and he be fine. Like, I don't understand how this nigga be all right, but
Right.
I be fucked up. I be like, bro, you got me fucked up out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
so
know. Maybe
big
maybe
bear
his
chest.
body maybe his body ain't working right or shit something. But
That motherfucker
because
just
I
start
read
damn.
that's what's supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
That's why I like people that ride motorcycles and convertibles and whatever, like long trips is kind of tough for that. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know anybody that takes a long trip with a convertible, but a motorcycle, the main reason they put that shit all over them, obviously, is so that if they wreck, but also the wind.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah, and
man.
that's
So
why they give motherfuckers. They be having like I'm like the motherfucker said he got the Iron Buns award. I said, what the fuck is the Iron Buns? I guess it's like a badge of honor. You done went so many miles on a fucking on a bike. I'm like, yeah, I ain't never knew that shit existed. But that's something fuck around find out Tuesday. Hey, you get to learn some shit. I was today years old when I found out that some shit like that actually existed. Where it was like, yeah, he got the Buns of Steel. What's that mean? Oh, he went on a 10,000-mile trip on his motorcycle. Like Jesus.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what up, Lou?
Yeah, what up, Lou? Yeah, my granddad, bro, my dad's dad, he rode motorcycles all the time until he wrecked on the interstate going 90 miles an hour. Motherfucker laid the
Sheesh.
bike all the way down and slid for I don't know how long. He lived through the shit, but
Right.
he was like, I will never get on another motorcycle again. I'm like,
Mm,
damn, bro, like that's
yeah.
crazy.
I know a
But
motherfucker that shit happened to before too. He was riding in these back parts and a deer jumped out. He had to swerve. Ended up fucking he fixed his bike up and sold it. He
right,
never got on another bike again.
yeah,
I feel it though, man. That shit's scary. But yeah, fuck around, find out Tuesday, y'all. We back with some shit. Listen, I'll kick us off with some dope ass fuck around, find out shit. I guess we can. I'll just go roll with the punches of what we was talking about yesterday, and I fucked around and found out that CNN and ABC and MSNBC, the Democratic side of our social media. What up, Diane? They was dropping a whole bunch of shit that was like saying like okay, for example, Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at the rally.
yeah,
Secret Service or Trump falls off the stage. Trump walks off the stage. uh, trump Trump is rushed off the stage after loud popping noises at the rally. um why? I just don't get, like, was they just trying to be first?
I don't know, man. That shit is so weird to me because I
Like, but
saw
why? It's
I saw the CNN one. The CNN one
right,
said that he fell on the stage and
right,
then was taken off the stage, and that the people at the rally were overreacting
right.
over noises,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? I'm just saying, bro.
Well,
Like, I'm not trying to say nothing, but I am saying this: that all of those people, they look pretty motherfucker. Either they was just
bro,
dumbfounded or they were kind of brave.
bro.
Them
Well,
people just stood up in them bleachers when all that
Well, I'm
shit
just
went
trying to
down. I
understand
probably
how,
would have
like,
took off goddamn running, to
so
be
we all
honest with
know,
you.
those organizations that you've seen that on and that I'm naming, they're all what democratic organizations, right? You would say that, right? Wouldn't that be the claim that they make? Even that's their words, right? You with me, no? Can you hear me? You good, no? Can you hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2.
My bad. Was you saying something to me?
Oh yeah, I was like, man, where this nigga go?
I had to get up real quick.
No, I was asking you. I was like, you saw those from Democratic. They all those reports came from like Democratic party or Democratic platforms per se,
Yeah.
like CNN,
Right. I think I.
MSNBC, ABC
Right. Right.
News.
Right.
Okay, cool. I'm just wondering because it's just weird that all the people from the Democratic platforms were saying, hey, you know what I mean?
Right. It is. I
They were
did.
just
I noticed the NBC kind of like NBC kind of they did it a little bit different. Like they actually covered the shit and they weren't
right.
like making up
But
stuff.
it was a downplay though. You know what I mean? It was like
100% it was.
when when my middle child is bullying my
But
youngest child, and then she's like, "Oh, I didn't even push him that hard. I didn't even hit him that hard." That's what fucking like all the Democratic platforms were doing. Like,
right.
and then wait, and then on top of that, right, right after that, and this is just a fucking around that I found. I didn't know. This is something that I didn't know yesterday. I'm glad this is fucking around. Find out Tuesday. I didn't know that Forbes I guess an hour after he was shot, Forbes released an article that they took down that said that was was getting shot part of Trump's way of gaining the black vote.
The
Like,
New York Times said some shit like that too. It was
yeah, and the
something kind of
Forbes
like
took
that.
that shit down. Forbes had to take that. The article was so bad, Forbes took the shit down. But there was
Like,
an
I
Instagram
mean,
dude that was able to
like,
find it.
what is that
I
even?
found it.
Now,
Yeah,
what is
bro.
that even supposed to mean? You know what I'm
What
saying?
does that
Like,
even mean,
I mean,
bro?
I understand, like, you get like, and I don't even really know if you would classify these people as like thugs because in my line of thuggery, I never saw thugs just getting on fucking social media, but maybe it's different now. You know what I mean? But I
I
saw,
understand.
these quote unquote gangster type, thug type, street type motherfuckers being like, yeah, I'm with Trump now. I'm with Trump now. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not all black people though. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like not all black people's in the
So,
just,
hey,
I mean,
CNN
it's just,
reported Secret Service walks Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Okay, so let's try again. The Washington Post: Trump escorted away after loud noises at PA rally. Wait. It gets stupider, right? So then MSNBC: Trump rushed off stage at Pennsylvania rally by Secret Service after loud popping noises.
yeah, like the mic was popping or some shit.
Ah, like what? Wait. What? And he's got blood on his face in this picture, right? It's even like blood on his face in this picture. Well, I guess that's what they want us to believe is blood, right? Okay, so I'm gonna just say that Trump injured, and then this is CNN. Trump injured in incident at Pennsylvania rally.
Right, injured.
Trump injured at incident. These niggas would not say assassination attempt once so fucking ever. What's up, Coach? So Kyle, I think it is Sile or Kyle. Oh my gosh! What was the fucking? What is so hard to being like, oh yeah, somebody tried to kill him? Well, that's what it looks like. But mainstream media reported on it. Well, at least the Democratic side of things reported on it and tried to downplay it. And I fucked around and found out, just today that because I try not to. Yeah, Coach Kyle, I've seen Vantage Point. That was a fucking awesome movie, man. You ain't you got Nova. You ain't seen Vantage Point. I
Yeah,
advise
I
you to
saw
watch it.
that. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, bro! I never fucking thought of that, bro. He said this is that movie. Oh shit, he just fucked me up, bro. I love that movie because it was shot in such a great way that no one's ever shot movies. If no one's seen Vantage Point, it's shot from like everybody's different perspective of a political event that happens where I think an ambassador of another country or something
Who
is
was
murdered.
the
It's crazy movie,
who
man.
was the
A
main
good movie
character
though.
in that?
Fuck. It wasn't like I don't think there was like major A stars in that movie. Hold on,
No,
I'll
but I'm
let
just
you
saying,
know.
like, who was the person? Was it the person? Like, was it a political person or was it like a
Cause there's a
was like a
hold on. He said
business owner?
it was the man becoming president. Hold on, let me see.
Okay,
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Hold on. Vantage Point. Oh, 2008. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. It was Forrest Whitaker. Um Forrest Whitaker was in the movie. It says it's about witnesses with the different points of view try to unravel an assassination attempt on the United States president. Special agents Thomas Barnes, Dennis Quaid is in it. Matthew Fox is in it. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, Coach. He was trying to. It was a person trying to be president. I got to go back and watch that movie again, bro. That was a good movie. I forgot all about that movie.
so was
Um,
Forrest Whitaker the person running for president?
no, I don't even think that they played
Did
the
he have
main.
both eyes open?
Nah, he was a tourist. He was a
Okay.
tourist. Forrest Whitaker was a tourist in the movie.
Bro, every time I watch
True,
a movie
bro.
with Forrest Whitaker, I'm like, man, what the fuck wrong with this dude, man? Like,
But hey, did you know he has like a twin brother, basically, bro? And
yeah, I
they
do.
play
That's what I'm
together,
saying. It's a whole
bro.
weird little
It is.
experience when you watch him and then you see. Well, Vin Diesel also. Vin
Yeah,
Diesel's
yeah,
got a twin
yeah.
brother or some
Yep,
shit.
he does too. Yep.
What's up with
It
all
was a
these twins running around and shit?
yep. Forrest Whitaker, Dennis Quaid, Matthew Fox, Edgar Ramirez, Zoe Saldana, Ayet Zir, William Hurt, and Elisa Jaziz. William Hurt, I think, played President Ashton, played the president, whoever that is. Like I said, it wasn't. No, I haven't played. What up, Coach?
What up, guys? Dude, I was laughing because I knew you would understand me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been doing research on like different vantage points,
Uh huh.
and I ain't lying. There's multiple vantage points where they're like, no, the guy's right here on the roof. He has a gun, and none of y'all have been doing shit.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then they were talking about it in like on the stands. And on the
Yeah.
stands, they were like, yo, it's coming from that direction. But
Right.
the people, I mean, the fucking Secret Service was like, nah, we're going to fucking focus our eyes on this direction.
Right.
And we're like,
Hey,
no, dude.
and now you're saying that if you watch that movie Vantage Point, you'll get
Yeah,
what he's talking about. What
yeah,
Yeah.
Coach K,
Right. Right.
you know what I'm saying? You'll understand because they played the whole. They do basically. You watch the movie like several different times from different people's perspectives, almost. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So it's a good movie. And when you said that to me, I never even looked at it. I've totally forgot about that fucking movie. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like when you said that, I'm like, holy shit, because there is like there's and it seems like the media is suppressing which vantage points that you are allowed to see, like depending on which
yeah,
platform that you're looking at. You know what I
Well,
mean?
have you noticed all the people that they're kind of letting you hear now that said that
Yeah,
there was somebody at the water tower too?
yeah.
I'm like, what is this grassy knoll shit? What is going on, bro? This shit. They got a shooter in on the building. They got a shooter under the water tower. They
yeah.
got Secret Service agents that look like a goddamn fucking idiot up there. Like, come on, man.
Right,
The
and
fuck going
then you
on,
have them
man? You
admitting, you
motherfucker.
got them
Like,
admitting that they
nothing
switched
against
out his
women, bro.
detail team. Like
It's nothing
how do you
against
switch out the
women. That's
detail
I
team
think
that
people are
day?
really trying to pull that. Oh, it's
Yeah.
against women. No, it ain't. Like, man, I
What?
know
Where
several
were
women that
they?
have.
What state were they in? Tennessee?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay, Pennsylvania.
Uh huh.
Let's see. What part of Pennsylvania?
I can't remember. I know the
Butler,
rally
huh?
was
Wherever
in
that is.
yeah
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Butler.
If you
Yep.
look at the city law, at the city law, like the city laws there, I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure they could carry. They could carry. And if I was carrying and I saw a
I'm sorry.
motherfucker
You're
on their
okay.
belly, But remember, this guy was on his belly. He wasn't even in the premises of like being next to the president or the Secret Service. He was out of range to where like
Right.
how the jurisdiction of Secret Service
Yeah,
was
the
out of
perimeter.
Right.
It
It
range.
was
was up
supposed
to
to
the
be
it was
Yeah,
up to
in
the
the
yeah.
city.
police.
Yeah, it was up to
Yeah.
the police, but not just the police, it's also up to the fucking people. So
Right.
if I had a firearm and it was on me and
I
it's
think
to and
Pennsylvania
it's
is
to
open
protect,
carry
I
state.
think
I
they
think
are
it's
open carry.
because
So
I'm in
look at
Ohio and it's
But
open
not but
carry here.
I'm pretty sure that once you entered the I'm not saying that it was like it
no,
was it was a
he wasn't yet.
rule.
He
I'm
wasn't
but
he
I'm
wasn't
not saying
in the
I'm
premises of the federal line pretty much.
right,
Right.
but I'm just saying I don't know if it was
Right.
like a rule or if it was just frowned upon for people not to bring guns.
No, 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 no,
Maybe
no, no,
that's a
no, 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 no. That's not it. That's not it.
well.
That's not.
If I was holding a rally, I would say, can people please not bring their guns because this shit
Well,
might
yeah.
get
Well,
weird. You know what I
he's
mean?
saying like the dude stayed outside of the federal ordinances, so
No, yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah,
why he was
yeah.
open carrying,
To
and
get
nobody
in,
could do nothing about it. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
to get close to the president, whoever wanted to be part of the convention, they had to leave their guns in their car.
Right,
They
Right.
couldn't bring it in because Secret
Right.
Service, they're
right.
already doing
And
their
he
part.
was so the dude was laying on
So he was
a different bit.
outside of the line
Yeah.
of that. So he didn't
Right.
need permission to have anyone tell him what to do. So
Right.
that means it was up to the people and the
The
police
police.
to
Yeah.
stop him.
I get
If
what you're
I
saying.
ain't lying, I would have put my handgun in his asshole and be like, bro, you pull that trigger, I get to pull this trigger.
Right.
Like
Yeah, I
that's
feel
all
you though.
that's all they had to do to stop it.
See, I
No,
don't see no. Yeah, I feel you. I don't see no shit like that happening in maybe Texas or something like that, because somebody else would have shot his ass. I think. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, somebody would
I
have shot
think
that fool in his
Yeah,
asshole.
yeah, I think so too. I think there's a reason though, because you know how this politics games plays. You know what I mean? Like there's always gonna be some kind of many different ways for them to save face. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah,
it was a security detail. Like I said, it came out today. Something that I fucked around and found out that supposedly they switched out his permanent detail with a temporary ones to give people a break or experience or whatever the fuck it might have, whatever their excuse the FBI says. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, why do it that day? You know what I mean? It's
a
always
setup.
going to be something. You know what I mean? Right? And there's no outside source investigating this. You know what I mean? This is like the detectives investigating themselves, the police investigating themselves. You know what I mean? It's kind of going to be hard to get the
Well, what about the
information.
audio? Like we were talking about,
Yeah,
where the
yeah,
so if you listen to just the audio and you've got like something that kind of like spells out the words for you, right? What they're
yeah.
saying. So
The
basically,
transcript.
you
Yeah,
see that you can read it and you can also hear it that there's a female that says multiple times,
yeah.
"What
What
do
do we
we
do
do? What are
next?
we going to
Yeah,
do now? What do we do next?"
yeah.
And I
She was
mean,
very
I'm not
confused.
I'm not a Secret Service agent,
Right.
but I've gotten down with the motherfucking get down before. And when the shit went down, bitch, I
Right.
was busting off. I was not wondering what to do
Right.
because when I already put myself in that position, I already knew what I was going to do. And
Right.
I didn't train hours on this shit.
Right.
So I just don't understand how you have a
I think it.
badge, you have a
Yeah.
gun, and you're there to protect somebody, and some shit pops off, and you start asking your colleagues, "What do we do next?"
Right. Yeah.
Don't you already know it's a plan?
Yeah.
You got to
It's a
plan it out,
job.
right?
We're on a job. Right.
And just like
Whoever
the
worked a
sniper,
job.
right? So
Yeah. I feel
just
you.
like the sniper, they'll take a landmark and they'll say, "All right, that landmark is 50 yards. That
Right.
next landmark is 75. That
Right.
next is 100." So they should have known how far, how far, how far. So
Right.
obviously something didn't go right as they
Or
planned,
something went,
Yeah.
or everything went exactly according to plan. Ain't that crazy?
or that.
Yep. And a lot of people.
Actually, something didn't go according to plan. Something actually really didn't.
Right. I think it's a combination of both. I think like
Yes.
I think obviously they wanted to in this political game they want Trump to win. Um, I don't know when that switched or changed, but obviously, we fucked around and found out yesterday who Trump announced as his vice president running candidate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna go, I guess into detail on his background because I mean, pretty much everybody should be familiar with the type of person that he is. Um, but it's just very interesting to see the process of all of this happening. You know what I mean? There's things that I still think are I guess you want to say red flag events. I would like to see Trump's ear. I would like to see a picture of that. I would like to see pictures of the fireman's body who took the bullet that missed Trump.
Well,
Um,
here's another vantage point like that I've noticed. I'm not even kidding.
yeah,
If you replay it from behind him, from the crowd view, which I
right.
saw, if you replay it over and over and over again, like I was actually trying to see like a WrestleMania looking thing because
Right, I
I'm not
understand.
kidding.
I feel
Because
you, bro.
like gut,
Yeah,
hurry up, gut me,
right. Yeah,
like
yeah,
cut me, so it looks like I got shot
right.
because the guy missed and he shot the Secret Service guy and he shot the Secret Service guy in the head instead,
Right.
and he got hit in the head and not Trump. So I'm pretty sure. I guarantee since they didn't since they didn't get Trump, I'm pretty sure somebody cut him or like pierced his ear.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and see, and we've seen these type of events happen all the time. We talked about this yesterday too. You know, what I
Well,
mean, you fuck around and find out that our the Pentagon has a budget for films, and our government has a budget for crisis actors.
Yeah,
Like the shit's that shit actually happens. So
yeah.
it's just like trying to decipher, I guess, basically what the total outcome of
right.
what they were trying to do
I
is.
mean, I would never sit here and say like just because I would
Right,
just never sit here and say the shit didn't happen as they
right,
say, but I can say
Yeah.
that I know about guns.
yeah,
I know about different rounds that different guns shoot that they're
yeah,
calibered in, and I know that a 223 or a 5.56 can come out of the same barrel, but I know the 5.56 has more punch to it. And I also know that it's going to be real motherfucking hard for somebody to miss. Okay, so think about
what
it.
up, Anu?
To be missed. Yeah.
Just think about it. You're
So
standing there with a red hat on, a
Yeah,
fucking bullseye, bro.
yeah,
You
that's a
see what I'm
fucking
saying?
bullseye. Yeah.
yeah,
All right, and then so if you're able, now I'm not saying he didn't get grazed, but what I'm saying is if you're able to get the shot off and it nicks his ear with a 223 or a 5.56,
that
it's going to
ear's
do
gone.
more than just nicking an
Yeah,
ear,
yeah,
even if it just nicks the ear.
right.
Yeah.
Because of the size of the bullet that comes out, the
The
shape of the
velocity.
bullet when it's going through the air, it's not gonna be a fucking pointy fucking bullet
Yeah,
look.
it's not
That
a perfect.
motherfucker's
It's not
gonna
a
be all
perfect clean
deranged and
shot.
shit coming
Right.
through the
Yeah.
air. And it might grab half of your ear off. Or it might just graze it like they say. Who knows?
Or
But
it might
shit
grab
don't
half
add
your
up,
ear.
bro.
It might grab half your ear and pull your cheek and pull some of your cheek.
It might at least
Yeah.
knock your head off.
Yeah. It's going to do that.
It might at least make your head move.
Yeah.
Well, here's another event.
But at the same time,
It could
who
be a
knows?
JFK. It could
Right.
be a JFK event to where you know how they call it the double ricochet, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what
I
if
get what you mean.
it ricocheted out of the Secret Service guy's head, and like you said, it came out different, came out deformed, came out smaller. It's probably a smaller fragment,
That's there's so many
and it
possibilities
went through
that
his ear, and
Yeah.
like
that's what
the
went
Right.
through his ear.
the
Well,
shit that you're talking
I'm
about
just.
right now,
Yeah.
that is that's a more feasible, even though it sounds extremely crazy.
It does, but
Like
at the same time,
when you know
yeah.
about bullets and what
Yeah.
happens when they come out of the barrel,
Yeah,
and they don't stop until they're ready to fucking stop. So they hit
yeah,
something that absorbs all that they got and it stops them. But if it hits If it hits like a bone fragment, bro, it could bounce out.
Yeah, the bone fragment could bounce out, and then that could ricochet out of. Yeah.
See,
And I'm not saying like the whole bullet would hit the bone
no,
and
but
bounce
what's
out, but like you
confusing
said,
though, no, but
a piece of it could
what's confusing in it is that the
the
guy who
whole thing.
died, yeah, it is, but the firefighter who got hit with that said bullet that missed Trump, the exit wound was big enough that allegedly, you know what I mean? I'm saying allegedly because, like I said, it's not like we haven't seen fake dead bodies before, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That exit wound, you know what I mean? That exit wound looked like it came from, like you said, a 223 something that was pumping some fucking real fucking.
But think
Well, the
about this. Okay, let me just throw this out there. Okay,
I know
what
exit wounds
if?
are a lot more like because my dad's a fucking detective, so my dad goes through a lot of that shit.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, the entry wound looks nothing like the exit wound.
Hell no.
The exit
Bro, with
wound
a
is gonna be a fucking bang.
Yeah.
look, think about this. I don't even really like mean to talk like this, but I'm just saying an entry wound from any type of gun, any type of bullet, sometimes you might not even be able to see it
Right.
Yeah,
in all reality.
yeah,
There's many people that have been shot before, and the only reason they knew they were shot is because somebody was like, hey, you're bleeding.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
No, that's true. That's 120.
But let me throw this out there too,
Yeah.
okay? What if there was somebody in the crowd that shot that guy?
Bro, you remember? You know the.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like
Malcolm,
if we're hearing
that's
about
good. That's positive.
if we're hearing
that-
about another person under the water tower, then what if there
Yeah.
was somebody in the stands that when it all went down, they're right there, bro?
You're
Like,
telling me that hasn't happened before? I mean, come on now. We already uncovered that the CIA and the FBI, when they plotted to kill Malcolm X, actually gave the Muslim dudes that they hired blanks in their guns
mhm,
because they thought that those dudes were gonna shoot them. And
Yep.
the real
Exactly.
shooters were in the rafters. So it was like, so everybody thought these Muslim dudes that they hired was killed Malcolm X when really the shooter was, in the rafters with
right.
a rifle. You know what I mean?
Hey, one thing that I did notice, and the only reason I noticed it is because some fucking dumb fuck was like, "Oh yeah, you see, he's not even as tall as he is." Because if you notice, one of those vantage points, you can see the blonde hair, shorter Secret Service that kind of covered him. Before they get him up, she takes one of his shoes
Yeah.
and throws it out of the way off the stage. And it had his insole in it, right? It was just a regular insole, bro. This fucking dumbass on the internet was saying, "Oh, you see, Trump's really not even that tall. He's got those insoles." But anyway, we all know that Trump is that tall. It don't matter what the fuck. But think
He's a
about it
pretty
though.
big dude.
If he, all right, I've seen somebody get ran over before, and their jacket and shoes flew off of them like it was an explosion or something.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Now, when Trump hit the ground, like he must have hit that bitch pretty fucking hard, bro, for his shoe to come off, right?
Yeah.
Or did somebody step on his ankle or foot or whatever as they're
or
coming
step
up?
on his
No.
shoe,
All I'm
yeah.
saying
Secret
is
Service jumped on his ass. So yeah,
right.
that's
So
what's-
like, so do you think like that's what knocked the shoe off?
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I think
common
as
sense.
he was laying there, they got on. Because I'm gonna be honest, I saw a lot of like weird shit, but I just gotta say it, and I'm gonna stick by this. I think the Secret Service got on top of him pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I honestly do. Like, I
mean,
see it in
especially-
real
wait,
time, and I'm like,
wait,
oh,
let me say
they was
this,
on
though.
him, bro.
Especially if it was if they had switched out the detail. You know what I mean? Like if it was a replacement team for that day.
Yeah.
If it was a replacement team, like I seen articles about that shit. Like, the FBI had it was a replacement team. That's why that
Right.
one girl looked so nervous, I guess. You know what I mean? But seeing that
Well, I
if that
don't.
was the case,
Why hasn't
you know what I
Trump
mean?
came out and said anything about this shit though?
Bro, if I'm
Well,
Trump,
because,
showing
like, whatever
everybody
you
my
saw-
ear online, I'm taking pictures of my ear. I'm showing everybody, like, look at this,
Right.
look at niggas trying to kill me, son.
And
You
then
know what
one
I'm saying?
thing
Like,
I did notice
what?
too, I noticed that somebody said they were like, "Oh, he just showed up to the convention with that patch on his ear. he didn't have that when he got off the plane. Well, that's bullshit. I saw the fucking photo at
Well,
night
the patch
when
is
he's
big
coming
enough
off
to
there. He did
see.
have the bandage
Yeah,
on his ear,
yeah,
so
you can
Yeah.
see it.
you know what I mean,
It's big. It's awkward. It's on his fucking
right? And
face.
then
Yeah,
I
I don't want to see any of the media after. It was just the media during that I want to
exactly,
fucking keep watching because like
exactly.
that's what really tells me a lot.
Yeah, it
Look at,
does,
but there
man.
was real blood all over his face, which is
But
crazy.
check this out, man. This is the main reason why I think there's some funny shit going on because it happened on the fucking 13th.
Yeah.
And
Cause
every goddamn time some fuck shit happens, that
do
motherfucking 33 or 13 is involved every
hey,
fucking time, bro.
why did this happen right after? Why did the Chevron deference get overturned?
Oh, it's because of what he's gonna do globally.
Bro, this shit. Listen, you know what? And I'm just fucking around, find out Tuesday, and I didn't want to make it all about that, but I want to show show like the ramifications, show like what if you fuck around, find out, and actually pay attention to what the psyop is and what's happening. Like you can
Yeah, yeah.
see what's going on. The
Bro, there's so
Chevron difference.
many
If you don't know,
billionaires that have
if
came out of the fucking woodwork and
yeah,
they're
like
like,
if you don't know
I'm
what the
on.
Chevron difference is, let me just tell people now. It's basically unconstitutional for any three-letter agency, dot agency, whatever, any three-letter agency to tell you what to do. Like, oh, you got to get a fishing license, or you got
Yeah.
to get a this license, or you got to do this. To, you know what I mean? Like, you could basically tell them niggas fuck off now because it's unconstitutional. It was ruled unconstitutional. What the fuck does that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Like I got to look more into the Chevron difference, but I know those people out there who know a little bit more about it than me. You're more free
I
to
thought you was talking about gas. Shit, I don't know nothing about
nah,
that.
yeah,
That's why
yeah,
I started talking about the billionaires.
I know what you're
nah,
talking about. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, it's because they're jumping out of their jurisdiction. If it's like
yes,
the
yes,
FBI, FDA, or any of that,
yes,
you go like
yes,
this. You go, bro, I'm fishing. So you're gonna search me for some fucking fish cheese? Really?
right,
Are you
right.
fucking kidding me?
So
You
yeah,
can
so
suck my dick.
yep.
Okay.
So yeah. So because they ruled that
Because they're out of their
that it used to be
jurisdiction.
legal. It used to be legal for them to do shit like that, but
Right.
now it's not. So now it's like you don't
Well,
really
that's
need to
just like a
fish.
park ranger. That motherfucker's got more
Yeah,
authority and on jurisdiction than anybody.
yeah.
But
But
you know
now,
why they did that, right?
I don't.
see, that's what I
It's
mean.
because when they're on a manhunt for your family member and you're fishing with your fucking family member,
Right.
Yeah,
they can't jump on you
right.
Gotcha.
because you're fishing.
Right,
You're
Right.
fishing.
absolutely, right,
So
right.
that's why
Right.
they did. So that's why the government did that so they could kind of fucking scurry away whenever the fuck they want with their
Right.
Right.
family member.
Right.
And
Well,
I guess there's
shit.
been a
All I
lot
know
of shit.
is y'all motherfuckers better have your fishing poles.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
So
I'm
look
just
at look
saying.
at.
Hey, because I live on the ocean. I can fish at any motherfucking time. I
But
can go
that's
fishing right
but
now.
that shit should have been unconstitutional. Like any kind of license, any kind of permission to take into a constitutional act from any three-letter agency is unconstitutional. So you could probably trace this back to even a driver's license. You know what I mean? Like
I would say if you're working for the government and you're fucking fishing, nah, you're fucked because if you're under investigation, fuck
yeah,
you. But if it
yeah,
goes to if it's a civilian, leave the
yeah.
civilian alone. But if you're a government official and you
Right.
know your fucking son is doing a psyop fucking mission to fuck the country, you
Right.
deserve fucking investigation.
I feel that shit. Like
So
yeah.
I think they, as in the fucking high up like from legislation to the to the presidential candidate,
Hmm.
they need to be observed at all fucking times.
I feel
Yeah,
Period.
that way, bro.
100%.
So
100%.
I
so
feel that,
now
bro.
I say as we the fucking people, which it's
Right.
always gonna be that way, we should fucking kind of push that towards them and be like, hey, GOP, you've been fucking up on investigations. So let's
Hmm.
do it this way, because
Yep.
this way we know you guys can't fuck us anymore.
Right. I mean, because if all the alphabet boys, and that goes for every investigation. I'm talking
Yes.
from the top to the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If all the alphabet boys had to wear body cams and actually, like we could publicly see live on like fucking social medias what
But
these
that
fuckers
would
are
mean
doing,
that it's
ain't
an
no fucking
actual Democrat republic, though.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
A
kind of.
democratic
No, no,
republic,
no, no.
yeah.
It is, but isn't. No, what's going to
Right.
happen is that only the GOP could be investigated, not the civilians.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So even if they're fishing, so it's like,
Right.
fuck you. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck if you're fishing. We're still
Right.
going to fucking investigate you.
Right.
Right.
Only for
That's
the GOP, not for
only
the
for the
civilians.
not for the citizens. Right.
Not
I
for the
agree.
So how do
citizens.
you? So what do you think about RFK now getting Secret
Yeah,
Service
that was
protection?
another thing we fucked around and found out because we talked about that last week. And
And
so
it
just to
wasn't
add to
because
the
of Biden.
question,
Guess who pushed that envelope? Trump did.
but hey, you said it. If you go listen to us, we said they probably gonna give everybody protection now.
Yeah.
That's what we said. So
And think about this. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen or is happening,
I want
but it
California
could
to
be that the security detail gets so big for people that if some shit does ever pop off, you're not going to ever be able to touch them at all. You see what I'm saying? Like, in all reality, this could mean that candidates, whether they be good or bad, have more protection, and this increases the size of that part of the government.
That's pretty much what it did.
Which is like, it's good
yes,
if it's going good, right?
yes,
But if it's
yeah,
going
yeah.
bad,
Then
then
what?
that shit is
How you get the tyrant out now that he's got a specialized militia to protect him? Basically, I get what you're saying. Like that shit's nuts. Yeah, I think that gives him a reason to do that. RFK gets protection now. I mean, I mean, if anybody should have had protection first, it should have been him. He was screaming about these vaccines being fucked up since the beginning, and ain't nobody really, you know what I mean? Like, it's just weird how this shit's set up. Like, certain people can say certain
Yeah.
things. If I say that word, if I say what RFK says about vaccines on my show, YouTube will take it down. Even if I quote RFK himself, we've done it before just to
Yeah.
test it. You know what I
There's
mean?
there's very intelligent, and I'm sorry I'm going this direction, but there's very intelligent game creators, but I think there's only one that hypothesized this, and there's only one. And his name is Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, you told us about him before. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the one. He's the one that warned us about all this shit happening.
that's just crazy. But
He,
there's been a lot of signs though, man. Like, because if we looked at history, right, and this is another something that I fucked around and found out because
yeah,
obviously we're into origins and shit. So I was like, let me look at the history of assassination attempts and shit. And most of the time, it's a Republican that's trying to get assassinated, and a lot of times they don't even succeed. And when they do succeed, it's not in the way that everybody thought they would. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's just been a crazy thing where it's like, how come it's only been a Republican that everybody's trying to shoot? Like, and
dude, all of the unions, like all of the union heads, they want Trump to get fucking shot.
I
I'm
mean,
not kidding.
I think so. I mean, because like I said,
Fucked up.
if
Well,
you
I
look
heard
at
it from one of the high ups, and I
their
was just like,
behavior though. You
yeah,
know what I mean? That's how they behave. Like, why do you take down? The only way you take down tweets and shit, and the only way you like, there's got to be some kind of responsibility you feel. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Well, maybe I should take that down because that looks bad. What do you
yeah,
mean? If you didn't mean any harm by it, then
yeah. No,
you know what
look
I
at
mean.
look,
Then
no,
why?
listen. It's this is what everyone has to follow, which is true. Follow Dave Chappelle's fucking comedy skit, right? The title. What's the title? Sticks and Stones. Bro, Trump just said grab that motherfucker by the pussy. All right? That's all he fucking said, and everybody flipped. Everybody fucking went insane, bro. And I was just like, bro, he just said grab her by the pussy. That's all he said. He didn't fucking like he didn't harm her in
I've been
any
grabbing by
way,
the
did
pussy
he?
too.
Did he beat the shit out of her? No.
Nah.
Did he fucking try anything on her? No.
Just grabbed her by the pussy.
No. He just said a verbal fucking he just said grab her
and
by the pussy.
I
and the
grab her
way
by the
that
pussy all the time.
the way that we heard that, it was like on some fucking snaky
Yeah.
shit anyway.
Like I don't like if we were to hear Hunter Biden would have been a pedophile. He said some
Bro,
pedophilia
you
shit.
sure to be out of my crack.
Yep, you showed me out of my fucking boys and crap. Wait, what? Say that again,
Oh,
Mr. Hunter
shit.
Biden, sir? You
Hey,
fucking
not to change
fucker.
the subject on this, but for
You
fuck around, find out Tuesday, right? Guess what I fuck around and found out today, right?
Go.
I fucked around and found out that China has stem cell therapy that can cure a man with type 2 that has cured a man with type 2 diabetes. And the United States claims this is a threat to America.
It's
Bullshit.
a threat to Ozempic.
Nah,
What is a
bruh,
threat to?
bruh. They developed a cure for diabetes, and America says this is a threat to
Right.
us, to the United States democracy. That these niggas is curing some shit.
I'd be like, how is it gonna fuck up the governmental system?
Bro, you
Fuck
cannot
you.
make this shit
That
up.
sounds so
It's a
dumb.
threat. How is this a national threat? How is
Wait,
this a
wait, wait.
national threat to
Wait,
us?
wait. What's the Chinese stock called? So I could throw my money in there.
No, hold on. Let me go back. I can
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you the
yeah, yeah.
company. Hold on,
So
hold on,
if
hold
we
on,
know
hold on.
what stock it's called, we could all
It
endorse
was
ourselves with about 10 G's and become
Right.
the richest fucking men in the world.
hold on.
And you know what though? It's weird that the Chinese would do that because they don't really have a big diabetic problem in China.
No, they
No, they
don't.
don't.
So
Mm-mm.
it seems like they're developing it for someone else.
I'm trying to see what the fucking goddamn company's name was.
Goddamn
The dude's
fucking
fucking
COVID cough, dude.
shit's face is in a way.
Ah,
God
which
damn
is
it.
SARS. I
But
fucking hate SARS.
it's some there's definitely, and I mean I know everybody kind of feels this way, but there's definitely more to all of this, not just the
Yeah,
quote unquote assassination attempt.
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I'm really trying to stay off of the whole saying what happened
right.
because I've already seen like multiple people have to backtrack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Follow the
And
Yeah.
hey,
I
follow the
just don't
money
want to
trail, my
have to
boy.
be the backtracker. What I've been doing is like what Coach Kyle was saying, like, bro, I've been watching that shit over and over because
Yeah.
like, and not crazily, but
Yeah.
just a few times because anything that you see for the first time, if you see that or experience that multiple times, things start to seem a little different to you.
It looks different. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
just even like when a brand new car comes out, right?
Yeah.
The
Anything
next
like that.
year, after you've seen it for a while and you see other cars, it might look a little corny to
Bro,
you
go
or
watch
not.
Vantage Point and then go watch it again and then tell
Yeah.
me that you don't see something that you didn't see the first time. You're like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, shit, there
Right.
it is right there. You know, because once you get through the movie, you know what the outcome is. But then you know what I mean? So it's just like
Well,
with anything, you know?
and we should all realize that all the videos that were taken that day have been or will be collected.
Yeah.
They won't allowed to be seen unless
Certain
they're
ones,
allowed to
yeah.
be seen.
Certain ones, I'm sure.
No,
It's a
hey,
threat
here's
to our
here's the
national
biggest one.
security.
Here's
Well, I
the
mean, at the
biggest.
end of the day, it is a crime scene. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
facts. And it's our threat and they're
So,
also a threat to our national security. So on top of that, it's like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's not. It is a threat to the national security, but here's the biggest threat.
He's not the president
Where's
yet.
the money?
But
Where's the money trail? I want to see who hired the
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Follow
yeah,
Facts.
the money trail. Follow that
Facts,
shit
bro.
and
is
find.
it not? Is it not weird? I
Look
mean,
at
because this is, if you want to say there's a coincidence, then this would be the biggest coincidence ever.
this.
That the shooter was in a fucking ad for a
Yeah.
technical college.
Yeah, yeah.
But we were just showed that the Everest,
Mount
the
Everest, yeah.
Everest Technical College, the motherfucker that did the guy when they did the commercial to that, bro, that whole shit was fake.
Yeah,
Bro,
everything.
like when I saw that,
The
I was like,
mask,
oh
yeah.
my God.
Yep,
This
yep.
motherfucker told me I was lazy as fuck. I need to get off the couch and go do some shit. And the whole shit was fake. Even the background was an Embassy Suites hotel, and they made you
Ah,
think that it was the fucking
yeah,
college
yeah,
campus, bro.
yeah. And that
But
shit is fucking
hey,
wild.
here's another thing. What which is my biggest hypothesis, what if they it was Trump who hired the guy and he was just like, well, this guy sucks at shooting because I've seen him shooting. I went shooting with this guy before. I know him, right? And he knows the guy. And he
Well,
knows the guy personally.
You know
he
what I
was
think?
he was in a rifle club in high school.
I think
and he
exactly that, but the only difference is that they replaced this nigga's bullet with a real bullet. He probably thought he was gonna shoot a blank. They were just gonna bust a. You know what I mean? Like I'm serious, bro. Like, and he might have not have thought the
Yes,
dude.
that's even a better one.
Yeah, I mean that's just me. I'm on some straight plot twist shit here. Okay, I'm on some. That's me. So if you ask me, you know, I feel what both of you guys are saying.
Yeah,
I
and
know
he shot
I can see y'all both have knowledge in this shit, but I'm like I'm going complete plot twist. I'm
dude,
going
and
all
he
the way
shot
there.
the bullet, and it fucking missed, but it killed another guy. And then he said, "Wait, I thought I was shooting blanks."
Right? Yeah.
So he had to actually act the part and keep shooting.
Yes. Right.
He's like, "Fuck, I'm dead anyway."
You're right.
He's like, "Fuck it, I'm going out like a G then."
But when is the information going to come out of the actual gun? Because all I heard
that
was
too.
AR style assault rifle. There's no such thing as an assault rifle. Every rifle, even a BB gun, can be used for an assault.
Right.
It does not. There's no classifications of. I know there's labels, but there's every fucking rifle, whether it be a goddamn M1 Grand, whether it be a fucking 22, whether it be a motherfucking 5.56 in any type of style platform, it all can be used to assault someone.
Yep, absolutely.
So when they say assault style rifle, AR style, what does that even mean though?
Right.
I would have just told the news, shut the fuck up. Don't talk about like guns that they think they know what they're talking about because they don't. I'd be like, fuck you. Get me an NRA specialist so we could fucking actually talk business.
Right.
Like, fuck you. I don't want to listen to you. But an assault rifle is an assault rifle. It's in the fucking name. It's meant to assault, you stupid fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like an assault rifle is an assault rifle.
It's
but
meant.
when you start saying every rifle is an assault style rifle, well, that's every rifle then.
That's every rifle.
Matter of fact, it's every goddamn broom. It's every fucking cell phone. It's every rock. It's every computer. It's everything. You could use anything to assault someone.
Yes.
Assault broom.
Just tell me what fucking version of that gun it is. Just shut the fuck up.
Right.
About it.
Right.
Well, he had an assault shoe.
Yeah.
It has a steel toe in it. It was an assault steel toe.
Remember we had that guy from Australia on? You know what I fucked around and found out about Australia recently that I didn't know? That there was some areas of Sydney that there's a Muslim population where people were, you know, other Australians can't go.
That's
Did
crazy.
you know that, bro? Like to the point where this woman,
like you mean like what you mean like not advised to go or like not allowed to go?
100% halal. Everybody's Muslim. The police dude is a Muslim dude with an Australian
like
accent.
Dearborn, Michigan, then.
Bro, and he's telling her, I advise you not to go down that street because people will be offended by you.
That's how it is in Dearborn, bro. Dearborn, Michigan.
There is like there's a little city in Australia like that. There is.
Yes.
But
bro.
Did you hear what happened? Did you hear the aftermath of what had happened over there?
No, I didn't. I just know. I just found this shit out, bro. That's what I mean. Like, fuck around, find out. This is new to me, so please enlighten me. I'm just finding this out. Like, there's an actual town in Australia that's completely Muslim, and that a Australian white woman can't go there. Okay, I'm just saying. Go ahead.
No. So what had happened was when they were running away from their country and shit, they created pretty much a city, all right, of their own because the pretty much the country let them. Australia is not even a fucking country, but yeah, let's call it a country. But
I was about to say, you talking about the British people or you talking about the Muslims?
Nah, but they like let them fucking have their own place, right?
Right.
And what had happened was a lady went through their town, because that was a normal part of fucking Australia.
Right.
It's not. It wasn't a normal part anymore. Like all these Muslims were looking at her wrong and everything,
Right.
and there was a fucking red faction, should I say? Remember that word? That's a real fucking word.
Okay.
A red faction known as fucking. They call it ISIS, but it's not really ISIS. It's like a gang. It's a Muslim gang, and they fucking they beat the shit out of her. They threw
Damn.
stones and they beat the shit out of her. And then she talked about it. Like you can't go through there.
Damn.
They'll beat the shit out of you because you're not wearing a hood or
Right. Right. Right.
you're not
Right.
wearing the religion
Well,
shit.
they were
And
saying
even
it
the
was. She was
cops,
saying it was literally Sharia law. Like they
yeah, it
literally
was like
was.
Sharia law. Even
Yeah.
one of the police officers was Muslim, and he was just like, "Yeah, well, that's how it is there. Like this is
Right.
our city." And the Muslim guy said, "This is our city," and
Right.
I was like, "Oh shit! They're trying to take. It's a red faction.
Yeah, for sure.
They're trying to
See,
take it."
like
Yep.
I said, remember we talked to a guy from Australia, and he said he was Jewish,
Jewish guy.
and
He had to let me know
Oh
he was
no,
Jewish.
no, hey, the country stopped that shit. They said if you Muslim motherfuckers do this shit again, we're just gonna let a fucking war happen in there. How would you like your country to come alive, but here?
man, that shit
And
crazy.
there, dude, all the shit stopped after that. They said, "Nah, we don't want war."
Right.
And
Because like the thing is like we
they,
can
yeah,
we can talk about like different little areas or whatever that, a fringe, let's use that word fringe, a fringe group of people
Right.
collect to, and then we can get made to think that they run shit. But in all reality, it's like, motherfucker, you run Dearborn, Michigan, bitch. What's up? I'll,
Right.
I'll go get 100. Hey, all we got to do is if we want some shit to happen, we do this right here.
With
Hey.
100 niggas with me.
Ha
100 killers with me.
Here we is, skirt. Black flag.
Niggas with
No
me.
quarter. No
100 killers with me.
fuck around,
100
find out
niggas
Tuesday
with
what
me.
you think I crew.
100 killers with me.
Learn some shit, find out some shit.
100 niggas
Might
with
not
me.
know.
100 niggas, 330 this for my city, boy. I'm in line for that real shit, bitch. That's all I'm buying. So when niggas selling out, I be the one to start a riot. I've been riding for my niggas though. Guess that's just my nature. Shit, most of these niggas treat loyal.
I hear a lot of people, and I see a lot of people talking about the United States is falling. The United States is falling, bro. Look, come tell us that though. Quit talking on the fucking internet about it. Come tell the United States of America that we're falling, because all of y'all's is little make believe this, make believe that. Bro, there's no way that there's no one that's going to just wipe the United States off the map,
Well, they
man.
think Rome.
I
They
mean,
think Rome fell.
impossible.
Rome just became a church. They think the Brits fell. They
right.
just became a bank. They think everybody fell, but they know they're still there. They just transitioned into something else. So if the United States corporation falls, you think that that means we're just wiped out? Like people be having this delusion.
Fuck no.
I feel you, bro. It's wild.
This is stupid because it's like the British Empire still exists. There's still Commonwealth countries all over the fucking place.
I, hell
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And like they didn't go anywhere. It's
Oh,
not
hey,
like
I had like a funny ass epiphany, right? I'm gonna make fucking Jason laugh here. Watch. Watch. You know how they're like, oh fuck, we got nothing but gays at inside the American army.
right.
Be like, yeah, bro. Guess what? Those gays, they're not gonna come for your wives, dog.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh
you fuck.
shit, son.
So cute.
Hey, you ain't gotta worry about her. You ain't gotta worry about that old story of the soldier's wife cheating on him. It's about the soldier in the army cheating on his wife
Right.
now. Like get the
You know what? You know what I say to that shit? I
Oh,
say this. It really does take a special type of person to go in the military and go in the military to fight. Because you could go in the military and for many
A
different
lot of shit,
reasons.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Engineering.
So if you're a gay person that's in the infantry in the military, that means you a bad motherfucker, bro.
Bro, you know that motherfucker don't give a shit.
No.
Dude,
That's what,
he's gonna, dude, his code name, Booty Warrior.
yeah. And you can fuck around and find out if you want to, but shit.
Right.
Don't let him take that gun from you. It's over with.
Turn
You're gonna
around.
wish your ass.
I'm fucking sick of y'all niggas today,
But it's so true though, man. It's like just because somebody's gay or lesbian or trans or whatever, that does not make them a weak person.
Right, man.
No,
We
they're
love
military,
everybody.
dog.
We're just joking, guys. We love y'all, but you know it is funny, but it's also a reality. Okay. So
Yes.
we
Yeah.
joke about it and it's funny, like it is real life. You know what I mean? But I know most gay people, they're not even down for that LGBTQ shit. They don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? They're like,
Yep.
I'm just a
Nope.
regular gay. I'm not that kind of gay. I'm like, what?
Right.
Like they're like, yeah. They're like, yeah. I'm not that gay. I'm gay.
Well,
But not
and
that
if you
gay.
look at it too, if you just really look at like when there's these big rallies and shit, and
Yeah, it was a recent
like
one.
the
Wasn't it? Trying to
majority of the
trying to stop
people,
the RNC the other day.
right? The majority of the people walking in that shit, they're not gay, bro.
Yeah.
They just had nothing to do that day, and they want to be important or some
Bro,
shit.
just
So
like
they go out and they're like, yeah,
crazy
yeah.
that you say that, bro.
I
Like, 'cause,
support this, and I got a flag for this. Like,
hey,
man, take your ass over there and live then.
I got some more fuck around for you, right? Some shit that you probably didn't know, right? Hey, so did you know that our government has spent 6.9 million on smart toilets to analyze anal prints?
Well, that's just like you told me about the government spending how much money on trying to turn monkeys trans.
Hold on, I'm about to get to that. So wait, they spent 6.9 million
Yeah.
on smart toilets to study anal prints, my niggas. $6.9 million.
Is that the new biometric? It's like you want to unlock your phone, you got to put your butthole on it.
What the fuck is an anal print, my nigga?
I don't know what that because your anal your butthole don't touch nothing when you sit on the door. What the fuck are they talking about?
And I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a fucking print. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the fucking people with the similar butthole prints.
Wow.
Who put in for that grant and it got approved? Niggas,
They need
you
to get
gotta
their ass kicked.
apply.
They need to get
Bro,
their
you
ass
have
kicked.
to apply for this money, bro. Somebody was like, sure, that's an awesome study. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. All right, here we
I
go.
think a lot of that is just
You
a
can't
good way to
identify
launder
this guy's
money.
asshole. Everyone has a mole right there.
Bruh, they
Right?
spent $500,000 using mice to study racial aggression.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I
You know
know
they're at
this
peace,
is.
right?
Listen, I love this lady.
Right.
Follow. I think it's the. I don't know how to seer the times, the seer of the times, the seer of the times.
Oh,
She,
Sierra of the Times.
yeah,
Oh,
she
fucking-
underscore EP, right? So she's pretty fucking funny, man. So she just goes and looks up this shit. You know, this is all the shit that gets hidden in all of these bills and shit that end up getting passed and shit. So so 6 million for holograms of dead comedians. 478,000 was spent on Fauci's team to turn 478,000. I thought it was 20 something million. There's 400 and something. That was just in 1 year though. 400 and something thousand to turn monkeys transgender with Fauci's team
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
in 1 year. But this was like 2021 or right after COVID type shit.
Yeah.
That they got that money. I think they've been getting that.
Now, doesn't that just okay? So, just reading that and knowing that that was during the COVID era, right?
Yeah, right after. Yeah.
Okay, so think about it. How serious was COVID? if there was money going to make monkeys trans and to see what your butthole looks like, why wasn't all the money and all the resources going towards this thing that was just going to kill everybody?
Man.
Oh my god.
That don't add up, man. It just
Look.
don't add up.
300,000 was given. Well, from the Fed. The Feds spent 300,000 to a virtual reality penguin, and 17 million was spent. 17 was spent a year. 17 million a year recently has been spent on unused hotel rooms for immigrants.
My
Mhm.
god. And
Um,
during the 2020 bullshit that was going on,
mhm.
everyone was trying to figure out what to do. And I quickly went on historychannel.com/archives. I looked up the last, and the biggest plague, and it was the influenza flu
Mhm.
Yeah.
during World War One.
hmm
It took out more than half the world with it.
Right. So,
But look at this is why it took out more than half the world. Everyone that got shot and killed
right.
was known as dead by the influenza
For real.
flu.
Yeah, there was a
Goddamn.
fucking war going on.
Right.
And also in America, there's also things that were happening in America, which was fucking in the racial claim
Mm-hmm.
when people were getting hanged, burned, shot, and
Mm-hmm.
killed. They called that an influenza death.
Mm-hmm.
The
Bro, they've been
doctors were
doing that
lying.
forever, bro.
So look at so look at that's begs the question: was the influenza flu really deadly, or were we just getting wiped out by our own people?
Right.
Man,
And then
good
it makes you
question.
really wonder why hasn't technology evolved past a mask?
Oh no, it
Because
has.
you
Oh,
see
for
people
sure it
with
has.
cloths and shit wrapped around their face back then when they called it the Spanish flu, which
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't the Spanish flu, just like you were just saying.
Influenza.
Uh, like they got to give it these fucked up names and all this shit, make it sound all cool or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe maybe we should put some money into, instead of turning monkeys trans, maybe we should make some
Oh wait,
masks
this,
that
hold on, bro. They only spent about $500,000 so far on that, but they supposed to keep going. You know what I mean? I guess obviously they got a contract, but that's just what they
Yeah,
spent in 2021. But
yeah.
2.3 million was spent on injecting beagle puppies with cocaine.
yeah, and I heard about that, and the world of dogs
Oh,
is
They're mixing. Here's what they're doing. They're mixing other words with other studies that they've already done. So,
yeah,
bro, I already know the genome of the fucking of the protein. Pretty much of what's that fucking research called? Changing the genome.
yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
immunotherapy or
CRISPR.
some shit.
No,
Yeah,
CRISPR.
yeah, CRISPR.
CRISPR.
Yeah, okay,
So
Oh,
yeah,
they were doing that to animals way back when,
right,
and yeah, they're just doing
bro.
a spin-off
But
now.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot of coke for
Yeah,
beagle
that's a lot of
puppies,
coke.
bro. For
Oh,
beagle puppies, bro. God damn,
I
somebody
mean,
could have used that. 2.1 million
but
went to.
so what do they say that? What is the reason for that?
nothing.
There's just no. It's just like this
There's no
is
reason.
Bro,
There's no reason.
I
It's
I,
to
I,
throw
I would have
you
to do more
off.
research. I was just fucking around and found out.
No,
And I
that's
was
funny
just
though.
and I came across this woman who was like, "Hey, you want to hear some shit that you've never heard before?" And I'm like, "Well, damn,
right.
it's fucking around find out Tuesday. I definitely do, right?" And then she just starts naming shit, and I'm like, "Well, goddamn, I got my work out for me for what the fuck
Yeah.
Wednesday because I want to know why the fuck would we spend what was it $2.1 million or some shit on or 3 point something million dollars 3.6 on fucking cocaine for beagle puppies. Like why? Like were we training the beagle puppies to learn how to smell cocaine? Like
Right.
I mean, but like that's still a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean? 3 point. That's mean. I mean that's logical, right? That would be the logical thought. It's like oh they were
Right.
training these hounds
I
obviously
mean,
to
coke ain't
fucking.
even that big of a problem now. Shit.
But Coke is, but like, got $3.6 million. You know, most of that budget was the Coke. Like that wasn't
Yeah.
even, the Beagles didn't cost that much. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I see, but it's just wild to see what our government spends money on. Like 2.1 million to encourage Ethiopians to wear shoes,
Yeah. Nice. Who gives a fuck?
bro. Cause these niggas said fuck shoes. They
Because
spent
Nike wants to sell them some shoes or some
right,
shit.
but
Like,
it's
come
like,
on, man.
wait, they spent $2.9 million trying to convince these niggas to wear shoes.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about shoes. They
Bruh,
want to
leave
walk
them
around like
alone,
they have
right?
to.
You know that
That's
shoes.
that's that's Nike being like, hey, we put some money in that lobby shit, and we need y'all to get these goddamn Ethiopians used to wearing shoes. That way we could sell some shoes over there. Damn it!
Yeah,
Bruh,
Think about that.
if
That
you
doesn't
do the
even make any
research,
sense,
the
bro.
nowadays shoes, the modern shoes, like you got to get some different kind. There's people who make cool good shoes for your feet, but normally shoes, like you said, no, you normally barefoot, and there's a reason why, bro. Like shoes do fuck up your feet. Like let's just be honest. Like
Yeah,
it's not. We're kind of meant to be barefoot. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Grounding is important on some other shit too, but I
And the thing is, too, is like if you really want to be honest about it, I mean, no offense to nobody, but the average shoe that you buy, that shit is not good for your foot.
no
My wife, bro,
guarantee,
she buys some expensive motherfucking shoes because
bruh.
she's standing up. You know, she has a salon and shit. So
yeah.
her shoes that she buys, man, I ain't even gonna tell y'all how much the motherfuckers are. 'Cause y'all can be like, God damn, let me go rob that bitch, boy. Because
Right.
hey, you probably got some bread down there. But I'm being
Ah,
for real though. Like,
nah.
I started going to I went to the place with her, and she goes and she stands on this thing, man. And the
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker analyzes the bottom, the arch, all this stuff. And there's a woman standing there telling you all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you, after that experience, you're like, bro, going to fucking Foot Locker is not the way. Because
Bruh.
you just go in that bitch and see if it fits.
Bruh.
Like if it's big enough or small enough or whatever, the shoe. But there's so much that goes on with the
So
bottom of our
much, bro.
feet that the average 50, 60, or $100 pair of shoes that you buy,
No,
it
bro.
ain't one.
There was only a few companies that be looking out for people, and if you see a rich white man out there and he got on some Skywalkers, then you know he trying to look out for his feet and shit. But people don't know that there's cheap shoes like that might that you can get. But obviously you're gonna have to replace them more often because they're cheap shoes, but they're made with better insoles to support or to be like pillows or what you want to say
Right.
to form to your feet instead of
Yeah.
being
Or
you
like
know
Well,
what I
Hoka.
mean?
that's like if
Yeah,
you right, like Hoka's are great. Brooks, the brand,
yeah,
they're great. There's a
yeah.
bunch of them that are
There's a couple
they're
of them,
really
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
yeah,
And
and they're not too expensive, but you
no.
can get they can get up there though when you know what I mean, like, but
the
I
last
don't,
pair of Hoka's that my wife bought, they were like 300 and something bucks. And
yeah,
that's
I mean,
that's cheap compared to you get into them goddamn shoes that you get at the fucking chiropractor's office. Hey,
man, but that's cheaper than some Yeezys talking about 1,500. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
for some shoes.
I've never even worn a pair of Yeezys. I don't
I'm
even
just
know
saying,
what the
bro. Like
fuck
you
they even
seen them
feel like.
shoes, them October Reds going for like $1,000 and shit. And you're like, what the fuck? Them
Yeah,
shoes
that
better
shit was
jack
made in
me
a
off.
goddamn
Right.
sweatshop
Them shoes
somewhere.
better do way more than that. But guess what else they did though? They spent our government spent 1.1. I want to get y'all reaction to this one. 1.1 million to train mice to binge drink alcohol. That for what?
Dude. What research have we not already found out about alcohol?
Bro, what have we not found out about alcohol, bro? Look, this is how they're spending their money. So look, another 675,000 to study an ant's social life.
A
And that
what?
was in 2022. An ant, the social life of an ant. A little
They
over a
needed.
half a million
Oh
dollar.
my fucking god!
They spent
They might be
30.
researching this shit because
Oh,
they turn around
oh,
and make movies also.
wait,
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
ready for
this is
the big
crazy.
one? So they spent 38 million in COVID relief funds, right? That was dispersed to, are you ready for it? People who were already dead.
Nice. Well, that makes sense. That sounds
Nice.
legit. You know, it's like, let's
Yeah.
take care of the dead.
And that's
Let's
all
make
I
sure the
had for
dead are
that.
good.
That's all I had for that rapid fire. But best believe,
Oh my god!
I do
Let's
want
just
to,
pay for their fucking funerals.
bruh. But it didn't even do. They were already dead. They already dead and in the ground, and these people were receiving relief benefits. So who was actually getting the money?
Money
It went
laundering
back. It
101.
went back to the government because
Oh,
if the
for
person's dead,
sure.
that
Mm.
money
Hmm.
automatically goes back into the government.
Oh, you think you
Right.
own this flesh bag that we sitting in?
Yeah.
Nah, these
Well, hey,
motherfuckers own that
listen to
bitch.
this too. This is something I was thinking about not too long ago. I think we talked about it just a little bit. But hey, so look. All right. So when you get everyone on a government supported insurance, then that means that when that person gets to a certain age, and if they ever have to be put in some type of home or hospital, and they don't have family or they don't have the money to pay for their treatment,
Mm-hmm.
then everything they own gets taken from them. So, do we really think that a socialist type health system is the way to go?
Nah, bro.
Because when you
No.
leave, the government's going to get all of your shit if
They're
you
still
own
trying to,
anything, is
bro.
what I'm
They're
saying.
still trying to tell people it's illegal to bury your loved ones on your own property, type shit. You know what I mean? They're still
Yeah.
trying to convince people of shit that's not even like during
Because you
that.
don't own the property if you think about it. You own that bitch about 6 inches down.
Right. Well, some
Yeah.
people do own mineral rights to their shit, and they still try to tell them motherfuckers you can't do it. You know what I mean? Because they know once you do some shit like that, they can't never take the land from you. I mean, they could, but you know what I mean? Like legally, they're not supposed to be able to take that shit.
Dude, there's so much weird shit going on out here, man. I mean, like, they're spending any amount of money shooting up a beagle with coke. That just makes zero
Either
sense.
that, or like I say, either that, or they were fucking training beagles. But like, dude, does it really take $3.6 million of beagles and
The,
coke to
I
train
don't know.
beagles to
Hey, the
fly
Maven,
drones?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
Fuck no.
I don't know if
Private
I don't know
insurers
if
don't
private
cover it.
insurers. I know that I know that so I just know because my grandmother, right? So my
Mm-hmm.
grandmother, when she passed, everything that she owned was basically taken because my mom and aunt didn't want to. I don't know. It was they didn't want to do something, but it was because of the Medicaid or Medicare or whatever that she was on. And I think my mom and aunt were like, "Look, it was her decision to take out these loans and to whatever, and not to have this done and this done." But basically, her house, her car, and anything that she owned, like outright owned, the United States, I guess, government or some agency that is part of the federal government
Mm-hmm.
took the house and put the motherfucker up for sale,
Right.
auctioned the car off the house, all the stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And my mom was like, I remember her saying like it was just she's like it's just easier if I just let them do that because she would have had to then sell the house and
And pay
pay for
for
the
it.
shit
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? So and
Yeah.
so I just look at it like a mass amount of people being on government assistance or government insurance or government anything like are we getting led towards own nothing and be
Yeah.
happy type shit?
It's
Yeah.
Because think about it. Are you going to work your ass off to own shit if you know that the only insurance you have is the Medicaid, Medicare, or whatever, and then
Right.
all of your belongings are going to end up recycled back into the system, basically? Like you have nothing, you can't leave. Um, at this point you can't leave stuff to your relatives.
Yeah, that's retarded right there.
That's what they want to do, but all the hard workers are like they're buying their lawyers and they're getting their wills acquainted. They're like, fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Only all the
Well,
smart
hey,
people. All the
look
poor
at
people
this,
can't
bro.
do that. All the
Look at
poor
this.
people,
Look
they
at
can't
this
do
shit.
that shit.
Where I live at, and in some parts of Florida, also, you cannot get fucking home insurance, homeowners insurance. If
Yeah.
if a motherfucking tornado, hurricane, flood, anything like that damages or wipes your shit out, it don't make a fuck. So now, check this out. It's the same thing with the medical insurance.
Yep.
So now I can't get insured for that type of shit. I can get it through the fucking government though, but it's like 10 times more expensive.
Yep.
You said a homeowner insurance, right?
Right.
Yep.
Well, no. You have to pull out in California. You have to have a home loan insurance. You have to.
Right. But
To
I'm just
own a
saying,
home.
like, right, exactly. That's what I was just about to get to. So, like, where I'm at now, like, I'm on the East Coast, right? But I'm on the coast. So what it says is anybody 26 miles from the coast that owns their home can't be motherfucking insured.
Wow.
And I mean, I'm just like, what is that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
They just like
Really?
Yeah, it was it.
They're forcing you to either get what they want you to get,
Exactly.
Yes.
or lose everything. They can
Yes.
You know how they do, ride or get rolled over. That's how they fucking move. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
And so, like Maven just said, like insurance companies won't renew policies in California because of wildfire. That's the same thing. Like in Florida,
Yeah,
they
you have
said
to
there's
buy
been
it.
so many hurricanes that they don't have enough money to pay out. So that's why they're just not going to insure people there.
Yeah,
So I don't know if it's the private insurance companies that are doing it on their own, or I don't know if they're being leaned on by the government entities to say.
What do you mean?
Well, here's the
we
big.
already know who has controlling interest in these insurance companies any fucking way. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like we
here's
don't
a
gotta
neat
play
little
stupid.
plan. Here's a neat little plan to fix all that. It literally takes 10 hardcore workers, and I mean 10, to start an insurance that also helps out with all weather
How about
type of fucking like
that's a
natural
great solution.
disaster.
You know, another great solution. How about we
It's
don't
dead
spend
people.
$500,000 on trying to make monkeys transgender or $6 million on, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't lying. I would actually fucking try to find, like, I've been trying to tell my parents this since they're wealthy themselves. And I'm like, we can make our own firm, right? Like we could. Like, and I always advise them to try that. Like, call their fucking confidants, their friends. Like, when you're that successful and you have that much fucking money, and your fucking state is a piece of shit, it's time to change. It's time to change it.
I completely agree.
Like, but it's all up to who? We the people. And a lot of people haven't fucking like woke up to and seen that. Like, we could do this shit. And talking about science, which will blow your guys' mind. Here's a fucking a cool one for you guys. All right. One of my good friends, his name's Justin. He's a very, very, very good fucking guy. He went into biotechnology for a fucking reason. He was trying to find a way to cure like cancer and all that. And he made it's a device that fits in your palm of your hand. So look at your hand and look at your palm, all right? Look at the palm of your hand.
Is this a trick?
No. Here's
Okay.
okay, just look at your palm of your hand, all right?
Yeah, he's gonna
It's a
smack your
device.
hand into your face.
I know, right?
Right?
No, it's a device that fits in the palm of your hand. But instead of they kind of made a mistake. But with that mistake, they created something else, and now that fucking school owns it, and not him. But he could recreate it and rename it if he wants to. But fucking what do you call it? Like blood transfusions and all that. What's that big ass fucking machine called?
Yeah.
And it's huge.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a blood transfusion, right? Fusion,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I
it's
know what you're talking
how
about.
tall, right? It's
Yeah, it's
how
pretty big.
tall. Guess what? He made that, but it fits in the palm of your hand.
That's
Holy
fucking
That's
shit.
dope.
crazy. Are you talking about one of the machines that cleans your blood?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an expensive process too.
Now think about it. Him and a group of fucking people, grown ass fucking adults, are researching this type of shit, and it's actually in San Francisco as we speak right now.
That's dope.
It's every
I mean,
machine
if
that
we
he
maybe we need to team up with China since they done already cured a dude of diabetes, but for some reason we think that's a threat to our United
no
States.
nah.
I'm pretty
It's not that we need to, what do you call it? Be on their side. We need to be on the side of where money is going right now and then create your own fucking firm.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
maybe we can fucking like. I don't understand, like, what's like we have this divide. Like, we got people over here creating those type of devices. You got China curing motherfuckers of goddamn diabetes, and you telling
Yeah.
me we can't get together and just fix this whole fucking shit show that we fucking been witnessing? I do not fucking. I don't think there's no doubt in my mind that
Tony
we
Stark,
don't
man.
have the right humans capable of making this shit be something worth being here while we're here in this dimension, reality, whatever you want to
Yeah.
fucking call it, planet, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny as hell to see like all of this crazy nonsense that we've gotten into as a human race instead of literally what you're just talking about and what we were talking about with what China was doing, where people are actually being healed. And we know that the medicine game is not what it's supposed to be. Nothing is what it's supposed to be. But it's when you got individuals or small groups of people who are smart enough to do some shit like that, ain't there's really no excuse why we should even be dealing with like the whole charade of politics and shit like that. I mean, call me crazy, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they kind of took us, God. Like, let's call us God. They took us as God, as infinite as a human race as we are, and the possibilities that we have and the capabilities we're possible of, and put us in a box.
And
and called that box a crayon box
yep.
Yes,
and assigned everybody a color and
assigned
some
everybody
colors
a
that don't
color.
even
Oh
exist.
my
And
God.
they call it what? Bureaucracy. I fucking
Right.
hate bureaucracy.
I just
And
want
go
Can
ahead,
I just
Maven.
contribute one little
Yeah,
tidbit on the science studies? Because there are some crazy ones out there. Have you guys
yeah.
heard of the Ig Nobel Awards?
I
So
haven't.
you can look it up. It's IGNOBEL, like the Nobel Prize,
Okay.
but it's for studies that are ridiculous
Or like
and
abnormal.
hysterically funny.
Well,
Like
you know what?
the
It's hysterically funny that the Nobel Peace Prize is given for peace when the person that it's named after invented fucking dynamite, which ended up being a
totally,
nuclear fucking bomb.
totally. I think that's somebody trying to assuage their guilt, frankly. But
I agree.
but the Ig Nobel awards are
Ignoble
given
award. Okay.
for funny, like it's for things like studying rats doing cocaine, that kind of,
Right,
you
right,
know,
right.
and they find some kind of funny results. And if you look it up online, they do a presentation thing every year, and
It's like, damn,
it's
I feel
kind of
like
funny.
that makes me feel like we've actually got the cure for everything because now our scientists are just fucking around with shit. You know what I mean? Like we pay for this, guys. Like we paid for them to see for ants or not ants, but for them to teach mice how to binge drink alcohol.
Right.
We paid for that shit.
Yep.
Like
That's
golly, man.
That's but they used to just study it on regular humans, and that's like not really right.
That's not fun anymore, right? That's not fun to actually watch it. It's not fun to cure shit no more. We're done.
But
We've
humans
cured
can give their
everything.
consent at
Yeah, you're
least.
right. You're
watch
right.
watch one of the biggest ones is how fast could you make that horse drink that fucking water?
Oh shit.
The majority, I
Thanks
think,
for inviting me up. You guys always have
No,
an interesting discussion going on.
no problem, man. And I appreciate you stopping by.
you know what, man? It's like this. the people that are actually a part of these, for the majority part, I think the people that are involved in these studies, the majority of them are drug addicts and or homeless. Because ask yourself the question, who goes down somewhere and gets experimented on for
Yeah,
$15?
bro. I think you know what? I think it's a combination of being almost so
So
just so
that's the
genius
main
that you.
reason why the homelessness isn't really
Yeah,
looked at too hard. For one,
yeah,
most homeless people will straight up tell you they want to be homeless.
yeah.
They don't want to be a part of the system. They just don't want to be told what to do. But at the same time, if the people that are being studied are like, not as healthy as they should be, let's just be honest. If you're living on the street, you're probably not meeting the criteria to be somebody that gets studied on, and then they take that data and they go run off of that.
For sure.
So I mean, hearing that they shoot beagles up with cocaine, like who even knows if that's true? They might just be doing it to fucking jays.
Right. Hey, I'm just saying it might have been to train them. Maybe they were trying to train them to be sniff dogs. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't understand why that type of program will cost $3.6 million. I mean, maybe it was on a large scale. I
Right,
can't say.
because think about it, like these programs that they do, like I said, like you could go on Craigslist right now
You
and you could
can.
find somewhere in the closest city
Hmm.
somebody doing some type of study, and
Yep.
they'll offer you a couple dollars a day to come down there and be a
I get
part
an
of it.
email about this sleep study that they be doing. I'll be wanting to try to get a part of because they pay pretty good, but I never get accepted.
Right, and the thing is like, am I going to wake up?
Right? Hey, who
Y'all going to put
knows?
me in a state of sleep for
Well, it's
25
it's it's
years?
supposed to see. It's like a study, like a insomnia study type shit. You know what I mean? Like they give you fucking video games and snacks and shit, and you just stay up and do what you normally do. And
Hmm.
and if I don't got no bud to smoke, I'll be up. I've definitely got insomnia and that. If I don't smoke before I go to sleep,
Right.
I'll definitely be up. But I've always wanted to do one, and I get emails when they have them every so often when they're doing like a sleep study or an assignment study. But they have all types of shit. Don't get me wrong. Like I just was interested in being like, damn, like people really like there's people who out there who like they make a living off of being a lab rat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that literally happens. I mean, a lot of us are
And a lot of
randoms
that
and don't
shit
even know, but
sometimes is a like, remember we were talking about this, the guy that I know, and I mean I actually know the guy, and I don't even know why he did, but he signed up to be one of the first people to be tested on the C-19 shot,
right.
and come to find out he got a placebo.
Mhm.
But that's what they told him, right? But
Right,
he
right.
went home, and after getting it, and a few weeks later, his fucking knee, from his knees down, went numb and never
Damn.
came back. And he
Damn.
went down there and asked him. He was like, is this part of is this normal? And they called him back in a week and said, no, you're fine. You were given the placebo, so it's definitely not that. And he just believed the shit.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, like, how the fuck you believe that shit?
Yeah.
Like, I asked him, I said,
Yeah.
have you ever had anything on your body go numb before? He's like, nah, never, never. I said, it didn't cross your mind that they just told you that you
Right.
were given a placebo and that you
Right.
actually got some other. He was like, nah, I mean, I believe it. I mean, why wouldn't I believe it? And I'm like, God damn, let me get the fuck out of
Fuck,
here.
what
Why wouldn't you believe it?
Munchausen?
Right?
Right.
Exactly. Like, God damn,
Well,
Stockholm
bro,
ass
bro,
motherfucker.
people would believe that, you know what I mean? People would believe that
You think they was just going to say, "Oh yeah, sir. You know what? We gave you the real thing, and this
so
is weird.
people
Come on down
believe
here." Ah,
that the
dang.
coronavirus literally came from another mammal.
Oh
Well,
fuck no!
or an amphibian for that goddamn
What
motherfucker.
what the fuck is a
I mean, a bat's a mammal. I'm pretty sure though.
What was that other animal? Yeah,
I
bat
already,
is a mammal.
already followed the money trail on the fucking COVID virus.
Oh yeah, it was a
Yeah.
fucking. Oh yeah, we did too. And the Fauci trials open. Everything opened up. But see, what's so wild
Besides the
about that
trial.
is
Besides
that
This and this episode just officially got pulled off YouTube. That's how it is. If we say that, we say that right there, what we just said, and it's done.
yeah.
But these motherfuckers, goddamn Joe Rogan's bitch ass can sit here and talk about all this shit and have fucking criminals on his motherfucking show and be fine. I
Billy
just don't.
Carson.
I don't understand it, man. I don't know,
Oh,
bro. I
no,
used to
no.
like Joe Rogan until I saw Billy Carson on there. I said, God damn.
No, they just blacklist you. Because I got taken off of plenty of like Instagrams and YouTube and all that. And what I did was I put you're messing around with my First Amendment, and I could sue you at any time I want. Like I did that to every platform. They brought my thing back up, but then they kind of blacklisted me. So it's
Right.
like it's very hard to see my videos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
well, we
put you
get
in an
emails
echo
all the
chamber.
time from multiple platforms saying you have another strike against you because you talked about misinformation, medical misinformation.
Oh
I
no,
just
be like, okay, if I'm and then throw them the research and the channel, which is it's on History Channel, also History Channel /archives. COVID,
oh yeah.
COVID has been around in China for years. That's pretty much their influenza flu.
That's why they've been wearing masks for years.
Yeah, because that's
This
their.
is not I have a
Same
friend that used to be my manager in music, and he goes to, well, not now, but he used to go to China all the time. And he would tell me straight up. First of all, the first thing I want to say is he was like, look, man, he said, when you go to fucking McDonald's in Shanghai, it is not like McDonald's in New York City or anywhere else. It's an actual sit down, have a good fucking meal restaurant, bro.
yeah.
It is not like, you know what I'm saying? And so then he started telling me about like, wearing masks. And this is years ago, like way more than 4 years ago, long time ago. And he was telling me about, like I got to make sure I have my masks and all this shit. And it just never dawned on me. You know what I mean? I never really thought to ask like why this, why that. And then I started asking him when the whole shit happened in 2020. And he was just like, yeah, man. He was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And he does some type of government contract work where he would go over and meet with all these different people. But yeah, long story short, he would have to have masks with him. And he couldn't bring the motherfucker from the United States. When you get there, you could buy the mask. You have to have a China mask.
Yep.
And this has been going on.
Man, it's hot.
China style mask.
Fuck out here, bro.
It is hot as fuck, man.
You
But,
need
hey,
like
we've been going for
thermos
what?
for everything too for
Oh, yeah,
China.
it's about to be over here soon.
Yeah, we can't stay on schedule because that's being a white supremacist. So you know how that goes.
Schedule.
Yeah.
May not known that if you're a punctual person, then you're down for white supremacy. So we're gonna get out of here soon. Obviously, what the fuck?
We might just turn the bitch off right now. That way we for sure know that we're not.
What the fuck Wednesday will be tomorrow? I can't tell you a fucking time because, like I said, being on time or punctual is a white supremacy act, and we don't
Exactly.
condone that. So when we make a post, when we say, "Hey, when you get a notification, you better hit that button." You see the notification come up because that's when we go on motherfucking live.
Right.
Can't let them know when we doing it. Now we ain't about to schedule shit. We just about to just pop up on y'all motherfuckers every day. But it's gonna be Monday,
Boom.
Tuesday. Yeah, who knows what time?
Straight from Africa too.
Just pop
Well,
up.
We're gonna
On
pop up like, hey, we made it here. We're here.
I know
No Jewish people. No Jewish people help sell us.
I know how you're gonna end the show too. You're gonna end the show with fucking many men.
That's funny, man.
Oh,
But you know what though?
Coach, appreciate you, man.
I'm glad you said that because we are going to end the show with a song, and the song is going to sound exactly like probably what Trump would say if he came out and said something like, "Hey, you couldn't get me, or y'all didn't get me." But we'll be back tomorrow. WTF? What the fuck Wednesday? Go to thinkhighcrew.com. Check out what we got going on. Sign up. Get some info on these NFTs we're about to drop. If anybody's trying to make some money with us, this is what Trump would say right here.
See y'all tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the way that the chips fall. I hope you was betting on me. I've been all in since the windfall. Watching the L coming streaks. Never gave up on the old me. Been rapping so long, now I'm OG. Supreme of the valley, that's word of the adage. Just at me if you want the whole thing. And it's on me, I don't like the cap. I don't ever rap what I don't live. Keep the hood on tap, and it's a fact. We're only a fraction of my wrist. See, I'm built like that. I don't want it all. I just wanna ball with my bros. Give it all to the kids when we go. And let them know that your favorite rapper is a lie. Yeah, fuck what they talking, been telling you why. Yeah, you thought they was real? Open your eye. Yeah, this shit's not a game, we tryna survive. In a world where music is God, your favorite rapper is a lie. Yeah, fuck what they talking, been